Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. In today's video, I'll be doing my Week 15 NFL picks. Before we get started, I will not be posting on Thursday. Instead, I'll be posting on Friday, so just a slight little schedule change. And also, we're really close to 20 subscribers, which is my goal by the end of the year. And we have about 17 more days, or 18 actually. But yeah, that's basically it. And yeah, let's get into it. San Francisco and Seattle. I feel like San Francisco's been really, really good over the past month. Obviously, with the emergence of Brock Purdy, which was the Mr. Irrelevant of this past year's draft class. And yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people won't say this, but I was actually kind of high on him coming into the draft. I know this isn't a draft video, but I was projecting him to go around the middle of the 4th round, all the way to like early 6th round. But yeah, I was really surprised that he fell all the way that far, but I'm really excited to see how far he's come. And yeah, but anyways, I want Seattle to pull off an upset. I want to see him get into the playoffs with Geno Smith. Geno Smith is basically just competing with himself for comeback player of the year. And yeah, I feel like Seattle can pull off this upset if they want to really stay in the top contention for a playoff berth. Going into Saturday's games, we have 3 Saturday games, and yeah, let's make our picks. Indianapolis and Minnesota. I feel like Indianapolis is not in contention for a playoff spot. They're basically just trying to play for a better draft pick, in my opinion. And I feel like Minnesota is definitely a top contender for the playoffs. They're probably going to get the number 2 seed, number 3 seed at least. And yeah, I feel like they're definitely going to make it to the playoffs and should win this game. Baltimore and Cleveland. I don't know. With Lamar Jackson's injury, Tyler Huntley will be starting, and Deshaun Watson hasn't really played too well. Obviously, not after playing 2 years of football. Definitely takes a toll on you, but I feel like he's been getting better over the weeks, and yeah, I feel like because of that, Cleveland could win, but I'm still going to go with Baltimore. I'm really high on them. I really like Mark Andrews, and I have a lot of confidence in Tyler Huntley. In my opinion, he's one of the better backups in the league. Miami and Buffalo. This is probably my favorite game of the schedule for this week. They're both really good teams and are both battling for the number 1 spot. Obviously, Buffalo may win the division, but if it wasn't for Tua's injuries, I feel like Miami would be winning the division. But yeah, I feel like many are going to go with Buffalo here because they're trying to get the number 1 seed over the Chiefs, which I don't think they can. And yeah, I really love Miami. I love their squad, and I feel like they can win. For Sunday's games, we have Atlanta and New Orleans. I'm going to take... This is kind of tough, but I want Atlanta to win because I think Desmond Ridder is a really good quarterback. I liked him coming into the draft. And, yeah, I loved his mobility and his arm. And, yeah, I feel like he can win this against Andy Dalton, I believe, and the New Orleans Saints. They're kind of tanking right now, and, yeah, I feel like Atlanta can win. Dallas and Jacksonville. I really want Jacksonville to lose. Obviously, after we took a beating from the Jacksonville Jaguars, I was at that game, and the Duval chanting was not fun to hear after they were up by big numbers. But yeah, with Dallas and Jacksonville, I feel like Dallas can completely destroy them. I hope they do. And yeah, Titans are probably going to win the division, but for them to lose would be a big help in securing it. Detroit and New York. I feel like this is kind of tough because the New York Jets are trying to get into the playoffs. They're definitely one of the top people in contention for getting in. And the Detroit Lions are another team who are like kind of sneakily working their way up the playoff picture board. But yeah, I feel like New York is going to have to win this. I know Mike White has been day-to-day in practice, and but regardless of that, I feel like they can win, and hopefully they can slow down the Detroit Lions. Kansas City and Houston. I'm not even going to think about this. I don't feel like... I know Houston almost pulled off an upset against the Dallas Cowboys, but I don't feel like they're the type of team to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs are too good of a team, and I don't feel like they have a chance at doing this. I know this might backfire really badly, but if it does, then you can laugh at me in the comments. Philadelphia and Chicago. I feel like I want Chicago to pull off an upset. I love Justin Fields. I love the way he plays, but I feel like Philadelphia is just too good of a team. Today, they reunited with safety Anthony Harris after the injuries at safety. Obviously, with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson going down with injury, and I believe he is on IR, and rookie Reed Blankenship going down with an injury, I believe a knee injury in the last game. But regardless of that, I feel like Philadelphia can win. They have probably the best built team in the NFL, and they have just really good players all around the field. Pittsburgh and Carolina. This is a tough one. I don't know. This is awfully a really hard game. Obviously, Carolina beat Seattle, but I feel like Pittsburgh. I want Pittsburgh to win, but I feel like after the Kenny Pickett concussion, I don't feel like they can. I feel like Carolina's gonna win this game. I know it's gonna be a really contested game. Two okay teams. Well, Carolina's obviously the worst one, but Pittsburgh, not a great team, but they're still winning games. But I feel like neither Mitchell Trubisky or oh my goodness, I forgot the other quarterback's name, the other backup. I have it on the tip of my tongue, but anyways, I feel like regardless of that, Carolina can still win. Arizona and Denver. This is an odd game. Obviously, after Kyler Murray tearing his ACL was not great for them at all. But Denver is also not a great team. Many thought that they would win the division, but hasn't really worked out with the Russell Wilson trade. But I want to see Arizona win. I don't like. For some reason, I just don't like the Denver Broncos. I love some of the players on their team, but I feel like Arizona. I feel like hopefully Arizona can pull off this win. I want them to. New England and Las Vegas. New England has to win this to be in contention for the 6 or 7 seed, and I feel like they can. Las Vegas is virtually out of the playoffs. They're not really competing for anything other than a better draft pick, and I feel like New England can win this. Cincinnati and Tampa Bay. Obviously, Tampa Bay took an absolute beating from the San Francisco 49ers, but I feel like I'm going to go with an upset here. I want Tampa Bay to win, and I like their team. Yeah, I feel like they can pull off this upset against Cincinnati. And I know Cincinnati has been playing super good football going into this game, but I want Tampa Bay to pull off an upset. With the Tennessee Titans and LA Chargers, I want Tennessee to pull off this upset. If they can win and the Jaguars can lose, this will put us in a great spot to secure the division. And I feel like we can pull off this upset against the Chargers. Obviously, the Chargers are trying to get to the playoffs. But after this loss, it'll definitely get harder, and I hope they do lose. The Giants and the Washington Commanders, they're playing again after tying 2 weeks ago. And, yeah. New York Giants have not did take a big loss last week, but this past week, and Washington is coming off a bye, so this is definitely weird, but I really like Taylor Heineke, and I really like the Washington Commanders, a huge fan of Terry McLaurin, and their defense has been playing really well, so yeah, I'm going to take the Washington Commanders. I want them to win, and I feel like they can. And for the last game, Monday, Sean McVay has confirmed that Baker Mayfield will be the starter for this game, for this upcoming week. And Green Bay, not really playing too well. They're still trying to get into the playoffs. I don't know if they can, but I want the LA Rams to win, and I feel like they can. I feel like this is going to be a slight upset, but whatever. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 20 subscribers by the end of the year. And, yeah, that's basically it.